let's talk about this. So I told you when we talked early on the phone today, we're dealing with a very unique time right now, because right now everything seems to be at an all-time high. Now there's always things where people can make money, and we're going to talk about that. But I know, like in the housing market right now, they're just kind of like, what is this? We thought that home prices were going to come down when rates went from 3 to 8, and they stayed high. And, people are experiencing inflated rents, and they're not wanting to buy a home because of the affordability index. A lot of people that own a home that would love to upgrade and get something that's a little bigger for their growing family, they're staying put. And so, there's so many people that we have the locked-in effect, where they're just staying in their home and they're deciding not to buy a new home because they have a 3% rate. And then in your guys' space, I mean, I know for myself, like the idea of throwing money into the S&P or anything right now, when you just feel like something's going to give and there's got to be a correction coming any minute, it's a scary thing. And I try to tell all my team members and clients, like, don't worry about that. Just commit to the process, because I know that learning the discipline is almost more valuable than whatever your return is over a short period of time. But what are some of the things that you guys would tell a middle-class family who maybe has a little bit in a 401k and they're starting to make good money, but they're afraid of everything they see, of course, in the election year? Like, what are some of the things you guys are advising people? We'll start with you, Courtney.
Well, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's super boring, and it's not popular to hear what it takes to be a success when it comes to investing, whether it's real estate, stocks and bonds. It's time and it's process and committing to that discipline. And I think was it Warren Buffett or Sir John Templeton, but there's a quote that says, the stock market is a vehicle that moves money from the impatient to the patient. So patience is another part that has to play with time and process. So that's when we get into benchmarking, right? So we get into, what is it you're trying to do? Where are you in life? What's the need? And then we assess the situation. If someone just comes into us and says, hey, I want to invest some money. Okay, let's take a deep dive into this. So then you got to go into the basics, like what's your debt level at? Where you do the same thing with your industry. What's your savings like? What's your goals here? So you have to look at your big picture comprehensively, where you've been, what your habits and disciplines are already like, and work within that. And then it's just a matter of saying, okay, if I need 3 to 6 months worth of cash cushion, then let's start there, right? It's the Dave Ramsey stuff. How do new investors get going? You eliminate debt and you get savings. That's how you start investing, right? And then you build from there.
That's good.